Good morning. How we doing on this beautiful Monday morning? I know everybody doesn't want to go to work today, but you're going to have to go to work today. We all do, right? So anyway, we're what 24 hours away plus of the big arrest, right? And we all know who that is. But isn't it isn't it absolutely we've just gone, let's just say the minute there was Russian collusion, that was impeachment number 1. And then there's the phone call, impeachment number 2. So, in all of Donald J. Trump's presidency, from the day you had the pussy hat wearing woman in the middle of the street screaming no, you had all of Hollywood come out and say they would do bombings, they would do this, that, and the other thing to the White House. This, you know who said it. You had one of the comedians holding up the head of the president with dripping blood. When you see how many hoaxes, now Scott Adams probably has it at 21 provable hoaxes. You can check Scott Adams out on Twitter. 21 of them. Of course, the Russian hoax is in there and all. So now, where after 6 years, and, say what you want about Trump, but he got so much done, over 200 things done that he signed into law. He helped with the black colleges. I mean, he was just there. He was really there. And he took on the most unbelievable missiles of hate from the left since he came down the escalator. And I got to admit, I've actually done acting in my life. I graduated Weiss Baron Ryan. But things took a turn for the better, and I became a father, and I changed my career. But that being said, when I saw him come down the escalator, with "you're fired," I just was like, okay, I'm about 10 years into my political life of trying to understand what's going on. Left the Democratic Party in 2010. Well, at least leaning that way. I mean, I wasn't a full-blown Democrat, but now I lean right. And then you see Trump come in, and the one thing, if you have a really good mind, and let's say you're educated, you have good street sense, you want to pick up your brother and sister if they're down, that type of thing, good parenting and all, and just a good inner soul, you're going to see that this was like a full-blown attack on a presidency that was never seen before in the United States of America. So, that being said, who do we have after all the alphabets go after Trump? And you would think that if they had anything on Trump, they'd have it by now with the FBI, DOJ, all that. You would think they had something. And where do you got to go? You got to go back to the blue state of New York. And the AG there is going to go to Stormy Daniels. So here we go, getting into almost the fiscal year of running for 2024 presidents, and this dude, don't even want to mention his name. He's going to let crime just be slimy in all facets, whether it's prostitution, guns, killings, murders. He's going to let people out of jail. He's going to not even prosecute things that probably would land you 3 to 5 years in jail. But what does he want to do? Politically, he wants to go after Donald Trump with Stormy Daniels. Really? So, Mr. Reagan is who I'm going to introduce you to. And I really like him. I've been watching him for about 5-6 years. Really good dude. Let me check you out here. And take a listen to where he goes with this a little bit. And then I'll leave the link for him to go sub to him, and make sure you check out all his other videos and let him know I sent you. And if you can, like, subscribe, share. I really need the help. We're getting things going here, but let's see what we got.
Just think about that for 1 minute. We're not talking about the legitimate arrest of an American citizen. We're talking about the corrupt, illegitimate, politically motivated arrest of a former president and the front-runner Republican candidate in the next presidential election.
You have an elected DA, an elected Democrat in New York City, prosecuting not just a former president, but an active candidate for the presidency in the next election. This is unprecedented, has never happened before.
Trump blasting it, also saying it's political, that this is a witch hunt. And we have had lots of statements from members of Congress coming in the last few minutes as well, also saying that this will backfire, that this is a sham procedure.
Say what you want. Please, please, you good patriots out there, don't take the bait. Don't get out on the streets, because Antifa's out there and they're going to dial something up. Like, they might not just actually go out and do it and blame you, but if they see a little rumble and scuffle going on, they'll have a whole big party come in and help make it look really nefarious. But they're ready. They got their boots on. Antifa's got their boots on. And that little dial that the left and the media can turn up for rioting, somebody's got their hand on that switch. So don't take the bait. Stay calm, cool, collected from here until 2024 if you have to do it. Don't take the bait.
Seating.
It reduces to the absurd all of the talk of the charging of Donald Trump. It makes it all absolutely evident for what it is. A completely political witch hunt.
It takes no character or courage to be fair to your friends. The question is, can you be fair to your opponents? The demise of our country will be in direct proportion to how politicized our justice system remains. And if you don't have a justice system, you don't have a country.
It's an example of the conversation between the head of the KGB and Stalin, where the KGB guy said to Stalin, "Show me the man and I'll find you the crime." This is selective, targeted prosecution. A very, very bad day for America.
We are talking about the persecution, the arrest, and the potential imprisonment of the political opponent of the current ruling political party. This is the purest kind of political corruption, the stuff you hear about in Venezuela, in the USSR, in China. This is not what we're supposed to see in America. Now, in the minds of many, the only answer for truly corrupt government is a coup, perhaps military, perhaps a revolution of some kind. And it occurs to me that this is exactly what those pushing for the arrest of Donald Trump might want.
Yeah, but let me just also say, we're in a culture war, civil war right now. It's cultural. So whether you think it's going to be with guns or running around attacking people, you might see that on the news, and probably in the ways you don't want to, especially when you saw like Kyle Rittenhouse, that type of stuff, all the rioting going on the West Coast and our blue cities. That's not what I'm thinking is going on right now. What we're knee deep in is a cultural war. What they're doing is keeping us fighting each other, and it's sick.
I'm thinking this because of what happened on January 6th. January 6th was far less violent than the media pretends it was. It was far less violent than the average Antifa or BLM riot. And yet the January 6th protesters have been persecuted. They've been arrested. They've been threatened with years in prison and sometimes sentenced to years in prison. Trump and Trump supporters are being hunted down and persecuted for being political dissidents in opposition of the ruling establishment.
And that's 100% true. And I feel it. I know what's going on. I can tell. And, believe it or not, I've actually started to use TikTok. And there's a reason why. And that's because I wanted to kind of get inside. I never wanted to be on TikTok. I didn't think it was good for children. I didn't think it was good for your brain to get fried on it. But I had to go and see. There's a lot of people on our side that do want it banned. And the funny thing is, I'm seeing some Republicans on TikTok not realizing why it should be banned. And it's not because people see your data that are from China. It's really because TikTok can elevate anything they want by the push of a button, the slide of a tab. So when they see the nefarious things going on that are politically against what a patriot would think is good, they can blast that. But when they see us get on there, you can put up a very, very good quality, meaningful, informational video and get in the first 2 days 2 people giving you hearts. But then you could put up in the same time maybe a more fun video and all of a sudden you got 154 hearts in 5 minutes. So I can tell what TikTok is doing. Can I prove it? No, I can't. But I wanted to get in there and fight TikTok for what it's worth. And yes, they beat me up. I'm on my third account already in probably 6 months. I'm brand new to TikTok. 6 months is nothing. But they've definitely banned me. They've shut me down for real. I'm telling you, real provable evidence or stories. So that being said, this guy, Mr. Reagan, go and check him out. I wanted you to make sure you saw him. Do me a favor. Don't overreact. Don't bite into the bait. Let whatever happens tomorrow, if anything at all, just let's see where it goes. Don't go out there, act stupid. Don't go out there and act smart and join in thinking you're joining in on something smart and then be rounded up with idiots that are going out there to make it look like it's us fighting. I always say, especially whether it's a civil war or cultural war, when Republicans go silent, when patriots go silent, that's when you have to be a little bit worried. But as long as we keep fighting for the rights of the Constitution, for the rights of our Bill of Rights, for treating women good, treating children good, and number one, we have to treat our children. We have to save our children. We have to protect them. So right now, just keep it cool. Don't make a new J6. Don't do that. Hang in there. Kiss. Love a veteran. I always tell you, I love our veterans. And if you need help and you're a veteran, make sure you see Gretchen Smith. She has Code of Vets. You'll see a link at the bottom here for that. And if you want to find her immediately on Twitter, you can go to Code of Vets, at Code of Vets on Twitter. And with that, like I said, kiss, love, hug a veteran. They do it for you. They're doing it for you. They're going to keep doing it for you. They're going to die for you to keep your freedoms. I'll see you on the other side.